Good morning. We are in the pursuit of wood. We found a place about an hour away and they have exotics. Hopefully. We have never been there, but we called them and we're gonna head there. See some purple heart back there. And walnut and bloodwood. Nice. All right, I asked about scrap. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Okay, come to find out the scrap bin is free, so we're taking some. Okay, I'm heading out. There's John, waiting in the car. Hi, John. All right. So all my wood that I just got. Woo! And it was free, no charge. Cool. All right, let's go back in. Right, so score with the wood because of the free bin. Woo! Yeah. The shop. Woo! All right. You coming out with me, John? Here's my pile of free wood. Did get some Paduke, paid for that. My husband got some black walnut, and then I got a big old board of Western red cedar. So here is my free pile. The bad thing about the free pile is, I don't know what the wood is. I mean, I can guess on some of these. And like I said, it's kind of thin. But free wood, and I can make all sorts of awesome stuff with it and have lots of fun with it. All right, so we're going to continue on with our intarsia project, which is the bowl of fruit, and I'm going to do some more cutting. So let's get set up and we'll get cutting. Woo! Okay, there was a piece that I was going to make orange because it's an orange. Looks like it's that piece right there that I've cut out. And I wanted to join together these two pieces of wood with the joiner. Husband doesn't want me to use a joiner without him first. I've never used one before. So he's sick. So I found another piece that's kind of orange. This is my free piece, one of my free pieces. It's very light wood. Ah, smells so good. But it's fairly orange. So I'm just gonna glue that onto that. And that'll be my orange piece. Repositionable stick glue. So I'm going to use. I just put it on my piece of paper like so. The arrow on the piece goes with the grain of wood. You see the grain going this way, and we want to position it in such a way that it follows the grain, but that it doesn't use up
and waste too much of the wood. We do waste some wood, but most of this wood is wasted wood anyway. And so, yeah, which is great. All right, there it is. I like to leave it face down on a hard surface to let it dry onto the wood. Okay, easy technique works amazingly great. Okay, let's get started at cutting some wood. I have a nifty shelf. So I put the camera up on that nifty shelf. You can see the skill saw. We have this project that I will finish one of these days. It's a sun. So we'll put that off to its side right now. Remember to get your safety stuff on. So I have some goggles here. I like to wear a hat to get my hair out of the way. Some earplugs. I wrote a letter to the Excalibur guy in Canada about my Excalibur. My blower isn't blowing any air. This thing won't go down and stay, so I have to zip tie it down, which I don't think is how it's supposed to be. Anywho, haven't heard back yet, but today's a holiday. All right, and it's working so much better since I did that. Okay, I'm going to start by cutting out this piece that I don't know what kind of fruit it is, but it's in the project. Okay, here we go. Okay, piece cut. This type of wood, I don't know what type of wood this is, which is a bummer about the scrap piles, is because you just don't know what you're getting, or what it's called anyway. This piece of wood cuts fairly easily and doesn't cause a lot of sawdust. It's nice, even though my air isn't working, I can use my own air to blow it off, unlike my other drilling job that I have where I can't blow on things. All right, so there's one piece. Let's cut some more. This is a thinner piece of wood. Cuts pieces. Blade is still good. Alright, that piece of wood caused a lot more dust. I need to blow on it. And the slower speed seemed to be better as far as burning it. I'm going to go back in and get some of those smaller spots. Alright, another piece. Okay, let's move on. Blade is still good. Have that overlapping a bit, so I'll take that off. All right, let's go. In my other shop, I had a light, and it was mounted right on the side of this thing, shooting some light right onto where I am. That would be nice to have right now. I have this light that my husband put up for me right over my shop, in addition to the other garage lights, and that's made it very much nice too, but but just a little more concentrated light on the project would be helpful, and maybe I'll get to that sooner or later. Seems like I'm sending out smoke signals. Please send wood. Okay, finished that. So why don't you come on down and let's put those pieces together.
Okay. So the pieces, these are the pieces that we cut the other day. These are our new pieces. So this one, and I have some little things like this, a little extra. I can sand that later or cut it later. That piece goes right there. Okay, so we're getting things closer and closer to being done. Coffee break. All right, we have some small pieces to cut, and I'll cut those, and it might be boring for you, so I'll just turn you off. Okay, I wanted just to show you something real quick. So let's cut that off. So you can see I have these tiny stem pieces all glued on this one piece of wood, and I'm cutting this stem right here. And this now, I had that overlapping, and I'm just going to tear that off now that I have cut that much. So then I can see this one to cut that one next. Finish those little tiny pieces. Here they are. I did the stems for the apple. We did this little stem for the orange. We did this stem for this apple, that stem and that stem. And this, I noticed, is not fitting in here. So we will attempt at trimming that a wee bit, but we'll do that later. Okay, so we got a little bit further along on the project. It's coming together quite well, I would say. Well, it's coming together and it's fun. So that's the whole reason for this, is just to have a lot of fun. Hi. All right, so my bowl, remember the bowl we cut? And my scroll saw was like this, and so it wasn't straight, so the pieces will never fit to it. Well, I put this together on my new piece of wood. I'm going to use the bandsaw to cut the big long pieces. So let's see if I can get you set up so you can see the bandsaw working. That worked quite well. I just put you right there on the scroll saw. Little wood dust. Okay, scroll saw. Here we go. This is throwing up a lot of dust, so I'm going to put a mask on. Better. All right, success. I've been trying to clean as I go. Something I learned from my mom as a kid. And now I can get rid of what wood I don't need, like this one. These two I'm going to keep though. Okay, so now we cut the major shape with the bandsaw, and now I can cut these little individual shapes with the scroll saw. All right.
It's coming together. Finished the bowl up on the scroll saw. Now as we can see, the bowl is, I fit the bowl into there. And we have the apple and the other pieces. The other pieces, apple, apple, apple. All I'm needing to cut now are the grapes, the pear, that new orange, and then we can start taking these papers off and see what the colors look like. Ooh, I'm excited about that. Well, it was a fun day. Got a little bit done on my project, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Look at those pink clouds.
What are you here, Johnny? What are you here, buddies?
I will always love you.
Have a good night.
Can't stop thinking about you, it's driving me insane. Well, this feeling used to last.